Hi, fuckface. Hi. I'm Chris.
And I'm Pete. And this is
Metalhead's React to Hip Hop, bitch! Hello, everybody. Today, we are going to be reacting to a song that was requested by our first Patreon. And I wanted to say a resounding thank you so much to Hugo Lorenzo for being our first Patreon. It is greatly appreciated. Hugo has asked us to react to, what is it? Nightmare Choir by
Suicide Boys.
Suicide Boys, god damn it.
So a lot of requests for this too, so
You guys won't shut the fuck up about Suicide Boys, including you, Hugo. But be that as it may, we're going to give it a whirl. We thank you again, and we hope this song is fucking fantastic.
here we go.
Suicide Boys, Nightmare Choir.
The remains gone. When I walk, you can hear the bill by the rack. Yo, Christ, bitches, fuck me in my tabernacle. Get so hot, got a retainer on my dope supplier. Straight out of hell, and I'm the maestro of this fucking choir. 2017 might turn me to a mass shooter. Pull a driver while I'm hanging out the fucking Uber. Killer state trooper, slice the neck of a prosecutor. Drug user, getting looser, y'all gon' bring back the cruiser. Scrimmy, getting it.
Okay, actually I think that was Scrim maybe at the beginning.
Maybe. I don't know. I wish I knew more.
Yeah, or are they switching off there? I don't know. We still don't really know we're
What it
learning
sounds
the sound.
like from the songs that we've heard before is that they seem to do like an A-B style of here's this person, here's this Suicide Boys presentation.
Yeah.
And then the other one does his take.
So, well, he's saying here, scrimmy, get eerie.
When I'm
When
off
I'm
the
off the
stick.
sticky.
I don't know what the fuck any of
Maybe this is Ruby now talking about. Well, we'll find out, I guess. But
feel free to let us know who's singing which part.
well, Ruby seems to has like a deeper sort of voice or something.
Well, in the previous ones that I've seen, I like the parts sung by the one with longer hair.
Yeah, I think that's Ruby.
I'm more enticed by those parts.
Yeah.
In the very first one, the All My Life I Wanted a Chevy, I love that part in the beginning.
Yeah,
Do
that's
it,
cool.
do it.
Yeah.
And great usage of the lyrics so far.
Yeah, I really like the lyrics so far.
He somehow managed to bring in tabernacle.
Yeah.
Tabernacle, 4-syllable.
Yeah.
Tabernacle. Yeah.
Let's keep it
So
going.
this is a lot of fun already.
Yeah. The beat is good too. We'll talk more about it, but it draws you right in, I feel like, with the voices and stuff.
It's got some
the choir.
You get caught in the wake. Yeah. It's certainly dramatic.
So here maybe we'll pull it back a little bit.
When I'm off the loose, so y'all gon' bring back the cruiser. Scrimmy, getting eerie when I'm off the sticky. Bloody Mary, crawling down the chimney. Sincerely, fuck raw. Suicide, fuck up the bar. Sincerely, fuck raw. Suicide, fuck up the bar. Sincerely, fuck raw. Suicide, fuck up the bar. Sincerely, fuck raw. Suicide, fuck up the bar.
Too much.
That's like the end of the Scarlord song with...
Yeah. Little.
The thing that gets me from maybe a, which I am not, like a vocal coach standpoint or something like that, it seems like for them to get the level of distortion out of their voice that they want to do the more like screaming style stuff. But it doesn't seem like they're screaming. It just sounds like
It's using a lot of effect, I think, like distortion effect.
I don't know if it's effect or how much of it is actually their voice, but you can tell that in order to vocalize in the way that they are, they have to lose the ability seemingly to project a lot.
Yeah.
Like whatever part of their body that they're calling upon to get the grit that they're needing, the vocal kind of loses the oomph.
Well, it's kind of like black metal where they have to use the microphone more than their voice to project. Because I think it's like a lower volume than...
And that's what I'm saying. It seems like he's not doing it. It seems like he's trying to do the work instead of the microphone, but in doing that, he's losing the gravitas of the voice, and it gets a little bit more like shrill. It gets the combust into flame. Whereas instead of combust into flame, it's
I think for me in Exodus, like the way they scream there was a little different. It was lower.
Yeah.
And it kind of worked more on the song, but this to me like stands out.
Yeah.
Too much maybe.
Like the timbre of the voice is different.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. It's a little...
I think if he toned down the aggression,
because they had
just
screaming
for me,
in Exodus.
Yeah.
And it kind of worked for some reason. But it was a different type of screaming, I guess. I don't remember exactly.
I think with this, it seems to be also with the beat being a little slower. Boom,
yeah, it's true.
Boom,
it's drawing more attention to
it. It seems to be working against the really aggressive vocal for me. But that's just me.
Let's keep it going here. But.
They make it ways and grind it, gotta nail it through it. Climb up the ground, but it had just fucking shoot it. The ground's about to lose it, let me make it, love it, lose it. Do it on the fucking moment, do it on the fucking.
Yeah. I really like that kind of like, I don't know, it's like a nonchalance for enunciation.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to throw my voice in a separate direction so far that it's more about the tone of the voice at this point than it is the clarity of the vocal. You can tell it's a conscious choice because they know how to be clear and deliberate with their messages.
Well, I think there's something called mumble rap, which is kind of bad, like what I've heard, but like Lil Pump.
Well, I don't know. To be totally honest,
maybe that's the style. I don't know.
I really like Panda by Designer.
Is that mumble rap?
I don't know what the hell it is, but you can't understand much of what he's saying. But he does a lot of other like just noise production with his voice in the song.
Yeah, like you said, focusing more on the sound rather than the words.
For someone like me who's listening to aggressive music or metal more frequently, I'm almost always looking for the sounds, for the tones to be more to my liking than the message or than the lyric. But also, when they stopped the screaming and they went on to the totally different approach, it was... I like the lyrics better too, even though I had to work harder to to find them.
I think we appreciate that changing of timbre.
Yeah,
he's changing the voice a lot in this song, or they both are, and it's making it interesting.
If the vocal presentation is the focal point of the music, I think the artist should be prepared to present their vocals in a lot of different ways, especially if it's... Well, maybe not just because if it's a short song or not.
No, but I think that's what we like about Ghostmane, too. Was that he kept changing his sound of his voice?
Yeah, like for people not aware of what they were listening to, it could have very well been 3 or 4 different vocalists.
Yeah.
And that makes me engage a lot more with it.
Yeah.
You know, you're not seeing a lot of, or at least I'm not seeing a lot of people in modern hip-hop, at least that have a higher level of notoriety that you might hear on the radio or anything. They can't throw their voice a lot of different ways.
But I think by the same token, there were voices that we didn't like, and not Scarlord. Yeah. Was it Scarlord or no? Maybe there's a
Scarlord. What I had a tough time with at the end.
what is it? Melakami.
Zillakami.
The Zillakami one, yeah, where like sort of where they crossed the line and it was like sound that we didn't like.
Like aggression, just for the sake of aggression, but yeah, this is fun. We'll finish it out.
Yeah,
I think that might actually be the end, but we'll check it out.
Oh yeah.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, it's
Like right here. It's just fun with production. That's just sitting at the mixing console and going, how can we make this outro more than just a slow beat?
nice. Yeah.
So yeah, that was Nightmare Choir by Suicide Boys. That was fun.
Yeah, I
was
liked
a lot
it.
of fun
I liked
for
it
me.
a lot actually.
So
So far,
really,
we've been pretty impressed with this.
Yeah.
Overall.
Except for that kind of what I would definitely classify as what people are saying is screamo.
Oh, that one section.
Yeah, it was only like a couple bars, but it was enough to throw me. But
yeah, I felt.
But
the
they
same way
didn't
about
sit
that.
inside of it for too long.
No.
So, and I also think it's probably smart to add that there because it's just like painting with another color because they switch gears really quickly into a totally separate vocal style right afterwards. So, and I think that other vocal style stood out more because of the screaming right before.
True. The contrast of that.
You want to go to the rubric?
Yeah, let's do it. Rubric.
Bitches.
So, lyrical flow.
You get the pad?
Yeah, we need the pad.
You need the pad. The rubric's very important.
Yes, we need to write this down.
A couple of you people out there have said, you guys got to drop
Let's
the
talk
rubric.
about the rubric.
And I got to tell you, it's the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard in my life. Where is your mother?
Yeah,
Go back to her.
Yeah,
because those are terrible ideas. The rubric is your god now.
It's important, I think, to sort of have a
Yeah.
criteria to which we... Especially because we're not that familiar with hip-hop,
Yeah.
so it's like...
Well, also, you guys, I'm sure, have noticed that we're not going to just sit here and go, oh shit, that was fucking dope!
Yeah,
Because a lot of it hasn't been substantially dope yet, but also that's just not the way we're going to do things. We're trying to present the reaction in a different way because just emoting excessively isn't us as people.
Right.
We decided to bring the rubric in strategically from the beginning because it set us apart in a way. So we hope you like the rubric, and if you don't, go fuck yourself with a brick.
So lyrical flow, I it's pretty strong, I thought, and I think the way they contrasted the different sections with the rhythms and stuff, I would rate it pretty high. So
I like that that they packed it in because there was a lot of there was flow variation, but each one had a clear, like a nuance to it. You could find your way in, and you could sit there. If the song was longer, it would have been easy to just chill out in it. And for each different verse, because there wasn't really a chorus, was there?
No, there was something that repeated for a while, but only lasted. It was only once though.
Yeah, it only
didn't really
repeated
come
once,
back.
and it never came back again.
Yeah.
But yeah, the flow was fun. And I thought, aside from that kind of screamo portion, everything worked really well with the beat.
Yeah.
Really set a good pace.
I think in general they're really inventive with the flow.
Yeah.
Like they keep varying it and pushing it.
You can tell.
I think we appreciate that.
You can tell that they listen to a lot of different music.
Right.
That they're not just sitting around for their lives listening to hip hop. Even if people hadn't told me that maybe Ruby was in a punk band or that one of them played guitar or this, that, it's apparent in the music. All you have to do is sit inside the song for a minute, and analyze it just a touch to be able to realize, oh no, they're presenting from a lot of different angles.
Yeah. And people have told us too they have like more mellow tracks that we haven't.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to hear that too, but
yeah, I'd probably give it. I'll give
it
an 8.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. 8 out of 10. Lyrical content. What do you think?
He fucking said tabernacle.
Yeah,
that gives him a point right there.
Well, yeah, it's cool drawing that whole choir reference like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of religious stuff happening there again.
Yeah.
Which sort of there's this blasphemous sort of quality, which I think we like.
You can tell that they're not super happy with organized religion. I would say.
And I think we can.
Which
resonates with us.
It does resonate, but at the same time, not to say that it was bad lyrical content, but
you weren't that into it.
I get bored with that shit. It feels kind of preachy to me. Like when we did the,
was it?
No, it wasn't, and that's why I'm not going to let it affect it to a great degree. Yeah. But like we did the Immortal Technique song, and people are saying that song is kind of a one-off. A lot of his other stuff is politically themed, or something along those lines. Right. He pushes a lot of hot button issues, and that just makes me go, I don't care. No. I know that's just me. I know that makes a lot of people really intrigued, but
well, I'm not that into political stuff.
I listen to NPR every day. I don't have the fucking wherewithal to hear someone rap at me about how they're fucking disenchanted with the government or religion, really.
Yeah, music should be an escape, I think, more so. For me,
I can understand why people want to attach to.
It's important, maybe, if that's your
thing. To the theme, or
But yeah, I know.
Whatever the grander message is, but that does. If there's too much of it, it wears thin on me. Yeah. Easily. But there wasn't an overabundance of it in the song, as there really couldn't be, because it was only 2 minutes long. Right. So, I'll give it about a 7.
7?
If you can.
I would say 8, because it kind of, we could go back and look at some of the lyrics, but I think there was a lot of interesting, or maybe this goes more into the flow, but the sort of wordplay and stuff. Yeah. But they covered a lot of topics. You know what I mean? Yeah. Freddy Krueger reference? Yeah. Or is that a gun? That's a gun, actually. Wait.
No, there's a Luger.
Oh, Luger is a gun. So that's Freddy Krueger.
As you can tell. Yeah. Big gun aficionados here. What I do like is the ability to maximize a rhyme when you can carry it over and not lose the whole template of what you're trying to achieve message-wise, because I see some people just string together rhymes as if they're
just to rhyme
just for the sake of it. And while rhymes will enhance the hook, you have to craft it well in order for it to make sense. And they're able to do that. Bloody Mary crawling down the chimney.
That's an image there. Yeah. So it was 7.5 between both of us. Sounds good. Yeah. The beat. I love the beat. I think with the elements with the choir, tying it in with the had an eerie quality, and at the end they changed the tempo, which was pretty cool. So for me,
8 or a 9.
Yeah, 9 actually. Which I don't know if I've ever given something 9, but
both of it. Yeah.
But I love the beat of it. Their beats are always good, man. Right? There hasn't been a bad beat.
And they work. Like I said, aside from that one portion with the screaming, there's like a synergy between the beat and the way that they're presenting the portions where they're rapping. It's
I agree.
If you want to call it rapping, and some people seem to think that this is not a hip hop band.
I think
if you're one of the people that have said that, you're entitled to that opinion. We don't really know, but this was suggested to us by a lot of people who really do like hip hop. And if that is your opinion that this is not hip hop,
people call it like horror or something.
Don't just say that's not hip hop. Tell us why. We'd like to know why you think this is different from something else that might be more quintessentially hip hop.
I think for me, I'm thinking more of these things fall under the umbrella of hip hop. Yeah. Just like in metal, how you have like grindcore, you have like death metal, black metal. Yeah. Like so, I think under hip hop there's like trap. There's like rap,
horrorcore, something I've seen
like cloud
describe some of these. Yeah.
So I think that's the way we're viewing it, is like the umbrella of hip hop. Yeah. So we're not, but maybe we're wrong with that. But I think like,
I don't think there's. I think people
call it hip hop. Like
it's all.
Because it's not country. It's not
science.
Jazz.
It's what you want it to be. Yeah. This is obviously, yeah, it's not country, it's not jazz.
The thing is, the term hip hop is fairly. I mean, well, not you, but when I was young, it was like called rap. It wasn't like.
Yeah.
There wasn't hip hop yet. It was like it wasn't called that until like
when I was
90s, I think, or something.
Yeah.
Maybe mid 80s. I could be way off. I'm sure I'm gonna.
When I was
younger
and hearing like Mo Money Mo Problems on like MTV.
Yeah.
People around me were calling that rap, but being on the other side of it now, it would seem, if you wanted to be nitpicky about it, it would be hip hop.
Yes, yeah.
But I think we're veering away.
But I think we've explained why we call it hip hop and why the channel's called.
If you have a strong viewpoint, feel free to voice it, but explain it a little bit. Don't just be the person that goes, this, with no explanation. Yeah. Nobody likes that fucking guy. Nobody likes that girl either.
So moving on is
production.
I
couldn't have asked for more from that. It went up.
It was awesome.
I loved it, and I loved it at the end. You can tell that they were just... Because they could have just ended it at like a minute 55, but the last 20 seconds, it almost seemed like they put some flange on.
Yeah, it was like a filter.
Yeah.
It sounded like it was like underwater. And
it was really overdriven, and they slowed it down.
It was cool.
They sat down with Pro Tools for a minute, and it showed. And as someone who's looking to the song for more than just,
that's the thing. They went the extra mile.
More than just the beat, or more than just the lyric. Yeah. That really sells it for me.
Yeah, because they took the time to sort of worry about the end and like. It brought it to a different place at the end, which is cool.
Given the confines of the song, what they had to work with.
Yeah, it's a short song, but they went to a lot of
they
areas.
pushed it.
Yeah.
And it worked throughout the whole song.
So what do you say for production?
I would say I'm gonna say 9.5. I don't know.
Wow, 9.5. I'll say 9.
Well, I mean, I'm isolating these things to the song, to the song, because it's there's high production in general. That could be spread across the gamut of a lot of different things.
No, there's some serious production going on.
Yeah, but good production on a metal record will sound very different than great production on a hip hop album. And while you could have a 10 in this production of a death metal song and a 10 production on a trap song, they both sound completely different. But it still has to come down to
the overall presentation.
Yeah, then they're presenting us with this one song. So
yeah, I'll say 9. I'll say 9.
Yeah.
Let's tally it up, bitches. Sweat. Carry to 1. Break.
Can you use a calculator, or do you need to take a hit off that bong real quick? Are you 3.7? So you round that up to 8.5.
8.5.
Boom.
Is that our highest score? Yeah.
It's definitely one of them. I would say it probably is.
So yeah, we like that. I think
that was fun.
Yeah,
and it was a treat.
That was
considering the last few songs that we've done, we weren't really
kind of fell
crazy.
off.
But man, that Zillakami one was just bad.
It was
I just did not like that.
No. But this is our Patreon pick. So like we said. So if you wanna get in on that.
What was his name? Hugo Lorenzo. Thanks again. We really appreciate it. And hey everybody, if you've made it this far, if you're not subscribed, please feel free to do so. We would really appreciate it. Stay tuned for more content. We usually get a video up once every 3 or 4 days.
Yep.
Thanks again, guys. And ladies. There's like 80 you ladies. Tell your lady friends.